Right, that's for those of you who want something first thing in the morning, maybe when you have that little lull in the afternoon, maybe before you exercise, which is when I like this product. This is a product that's designed to deliver the components necessary for fat-burning metabolism and for energy metabolism, but also to give you a small amount of the caffeine-related alkaloids from green tea and from guarana. For me, I tend to be sensitive to caffeine from coffee, so for me, this is my way, and I also drink green tea, at least for until about 2 o'clock, first half of the day, and then I have chamomile and peppermint tea. But for me, it's a way to get that subtle boost of energy without it being uncomfortable.
Should we do the tour now, Andrew?
Let's do that.
I know a lot of folks have been waiting for this.
Little bonnet.
This is not a green screen, as we're about to establish. These folks are really here working, fulfilling the orders.
No, and it's funny. They're not actors. This is our facility. This is where everything we've talked about, everything you see, has its origins here. The raw materials must come in here. They get assayed by any number of staff in terms of our quality department. That's quality control, quality assurance. That's our focus to make sure the products are as good as we intend them when we design them, that they perform exactly like that when you get them home. And then, of course, the raw materials come in from one side of the warehouse there. They move through production, and then they go to the other side of the warehouse where they leave. And on either side of the building are offices. And we have a few 100,000 square feet here, all of them covered with solar panels, and our parking lot covered with solar panels. We literally have no carbon footprint whatsoever.
Which is remarkable, really, in this day and age. I mean, what an achievement that is. Okay,
and we've been doing that for 20 years, by the way. So.
A blaze trailing, I mean, honestly, business initiative, but that's the way. If we can do it like that, Andrew, we should be doing it like that.
I'm a little company. I wish that big companies would do what we do. That would be great. So, we are now out on our production floor.
Yes.
This is our packaging area. So this is where, after we make a dosage form, whether we put a powder in a bottle, whether we put powder in capsules, this is where the capsules will go into bottles, and the bottles will be finished and then put into boxes and either shipped directly to you or shipped to HSN. That's the only place our products go. We don't manufacture products for anyone else. We only make our own products. We are not a contract manufacturer. We have our own unique technology that allows us to make our products 100% pure, additive-free, and it only is going to our products. That's it. So if we walk over here, and this packaging line, it's probably about, I'd say it's at least 40 yards long, right? 40 or 50 yards long. And this, a very high-speed packaging line if we want it to move quickly. Right now, what we've been packaging the last few days has been Vitamin Angels.
Yes.
Because for every, and again, I said in terms of being a socially conscious company, the products we make for everyone here in America can improve the quality of our lives. These prenatal vitamins that go all around the world, and 22% of them right here in America, that saves lives, and it transforms communities. So that's something we do. Every bottle of vitamins we sell, we donate 2. Second half of the year, we'll be donating 3.
It's amazing. It's a feel-good, you know?
Well, we're doing the right thing. We're in a privileged position. As we look here, that's, we were talking before, about teas are one of the original dietary supplements. Yeah. Because when you make tea, there are a lot of healthy teas. You're extracting these plant-based ingredients. And those ingredients that you extract, that's a supplement. So we make teas, obviously. That's the most sophisticated tea-making machine from Japan. They're the experts in tea-making machines.
Andrew, all of these machines, a crazy question, but are they reliable? Do they break down a lot?
They're reliable, but what you need to do with all machines is you need to do preventive maintenance. So what you need to do is scheduled maintenance, preventive maintenance, like anything, like you would do on your car. But of course, there's issues that happen, and especially because our encapsulation machines, which we have, I think about a dozen of them here, just about, because we run without additives or excipients or lubricants, it's very hard on those machines. So we have to be very aggressive, and it's very costly to maintain our capsule machines because we don't use the lubricants in our powders that every other company uses.
Interesting.
But if we walk down here, this is the backside of the backside of that other room where we had the powder fill, and this is our secondary powder fill line. So I was saying before, that's where we pack it, but this is our secondary powder fill line. It's a lower speed line. What we have here are 3 blenders that are bigger than the blenders we used for probably 35 years. So these 3 blenders, whether we have a 10, and I think the last one there was a 75 cubic foot blender, these blenders are all larger than the blenders we had for 35 years.
Wow.
Now to give you a sense of the efficiency, why over the last few years, so many of our prices have come down.